Well, good morning. Just reading that this function is going to be going away later this year, so maybe it's not really worth experimenting with this particular tool, but we'll try. Well, hello. I thought I would do a short video on how to use the voice typing feature in Google Docs. And I wanted to do that using the share screen function in this YouTube Live / Google Hangouts on Air. So do I want to try and broadcast this on Facebook? I think I'll just do share it. I guess we can do a couple of different things. You know what? I'm going to wait to do this with Sandy. So for now, I will share the screen. All right. So why don't we start from the beginning? So this is a short video on how to use the voice typing feature in Google Docs. So I am going to go to My Drive. I guess another way of getting to Google Docs is to click on this button and you can take a look at all the apps. I wonder how many people actually do that. Also, if you've never signed into Chrome, that is a very good idea because everything you do will then basically get integrated. But anyway, let's take a look at Google Docs. So let me see if I can find it here. You can either open it up here. I have put a shortcut for My Drive here, but I don't think I'll get into that now. Excuse me. So I am going to create a new doc. How do I create a new doc? I guess I'll do it here. So once your doc opens, I usually give mine a title right away, but you don't have to do that first thing. So we'll call this how to use the voice typing feature in Docs. All right, so, this is how I normally type. So I primarily use the voice typing feature when I'm journaling, and I actually prefer to use a notebook, and I have a really nice notebook that I've started using. It's kind of a big hardcover notebook. But I usually like to try and convert all of my journals that are handwritten into some kind of digital version just to keep a copy safe, so I'm not ever worried about actually losing the real one. So what did I want to say about that? So typing obviously is a lot slower than thinking. And I find when you talk, the gap between your thought and what gets expressed is very short. But when you're writing, either by hand or typing, the gap between your thoughts and what gets recorded is much longer. And it's actually quite cool to kind of pay attention to that gap while you're journaling. And you can see quite quickly how your thoughts jump far, far ahead from what is being, the letter that you're currently writing. So, as I'm finishing a word by hand, writing it out, my thoughts have already jumped ahead like 4 or 5 sentences. And, they come so quickly. But I find that when I'm talking, my thoughts can still jump ahead, but the gap obviously is a lot shorter. So anyway, let's show you how it works. So up at the top, you have your menu bar. So you click on Tools, and then you click here on voice typing. So most people's mic is active on their laptop, tablet, whatever. But you do have to make sure that that is enabled. So it probably will check once you click it. Now, so here it asks me if I want it to use my microphone. So I'm going to say yes. Aha! So look at that. It's already started typing, but I didn't actually want to start. So let me start that again. Okay, so we're going to start that again. Now, look at how clearly it records my voice, period. Now, I was intentionally talking a bit slow, and now I'm going to start talking fast and see how quickly it can keep up with me, period. Look at that. That's pretty quick, isn't it? So it looks like it missed the look at that. But as you can see, it is pretty accurate, period. And what I really like about it is if I go, or it skips all of those things. Now, what would be an interesting word to see if it knows whether it's a proper noun or a name? So let me say the name Michael. Let me say the name Eiffel Tower. Interesting. Let me see if it can pick up on an Urdu word. No. Let me see if it can pick up on a French word, français. Aha, it did. Very good. Anyway, so this is the voice typing feature in Google Docs. So now I can click stop. And if I want to start again, I can do that. So period is a command. Comma is a command. So you can see it put a comma where I say comma. I forget if it does quotes. Quote, open quote, open quotation, open quotation marks, period. I know it does do new paragraph. Anyway, so that is a little bit about the voice typing feature in Google Docs.